was in Mexico.
In Mexico?
Yeah, in Mexico, everyone, like not everyone, but most of the people thought he was Rick Ross. Rick Ross. Does Chris look like Rick Ross? No, he don't.
Bro, and he's got a belly.
So you know what's funny is Chris didn't even tell me he was going to Mexico. I found out through Instagram because my wife has Instagram.
Why is your wife on Instagram? You got Instagram, Damarin?
I am not. I will get rid of my fucking phone before I get Instagram. I will go back to call my ass at home before I get Instagram.
So you have no social media, right?
No, I have nothing.
No
I have
Facebook?
no online presence aside from, and I'm actually going through an exercise right now where I'm trying to, if I can recall them all, go through my accounts and delete every single one of them that I don't actually use.
So like,
That's funny.
You got a pretty nice career going on. So how did you get a job? You know, we're not having LinkedIn.
Don't disclose any details, please, por favor. Without having a LinkedIn, let's see. A referral.
Okay.
Is the very short version, but also having experience in that same field and a degree. I did finish a degree in that field, so that helps tremendously.
When I was doing my job hunt, LinkedIn was one of those things that really helped me out a lot.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah,
that's why when you say don't do any social media, I'm like, you kind of have, like, I don't know if you did LinkedIn or not, but I was wondering like how, you know.
No, I don't. I don't even have that, which is funny because I've explained that to several different people. No social media. There was a time in my life when I realized I was spending equal amount of time, if not slightly more, kind of like documenting what it was I was doing, rather than actually being present and enjoying what it was I was doing. Yeah. And when I realized that, that's when I really cut it back. But then, following, because when I had Facebook, it was still required that you have a college domain university domain or whatever. And so finally, when the floodgates opened and everybody could join, then there were all these like social pressures of you have to add this family member or that family member. And then it kind of watered down and very much changed how everybody was interacting. It used to just be like a kind of like a student hangout, it felt like a dorm online, basically is what it felt like. And then it became something else entirely. And I think that for me was the tipping point. And after college, basically, at some point in college, I deleted everything.
That makes sense because like I know what you mean by being in the moment. I'm like one of those guys. I really hardly ever take pictures because I don't think of taking pictures in that moment. But people's like, why don't you? And if I do take a picture in that moment, then I lost that in the moment. It's like, I'm horrible at taking pictures. Like when I go on vacations, I hardly take pictures or shit like that.
I'm trying to get better at it.
Yeah, I want to get better at it, but I just don't think about it.
Yeah, I don't. It's not that I don't care to. The thought comes up, and I'm like, I'm here.
Exactly. I might as well just enjoy it while I'm here.
I set a goal typically if like my wife and I go on a trip. I set a goal of can I get one picture per day, and if it's a short trip, then maybe just a single picture. So like we do like a long weekend or something, maybe just like 1 or 2 pictures. If I can get like 1 or 2 pictures out of like 4 days, I'm happy with that. Because it's like there's a funny commercial that's on the air right now that's like, do you really need 47 pictures from dinner with Dina the other night, on social media? It's like, no, you don't. Nobody's going to look at those besides you, So it's like, keep it succinct, right? Like if you have like a trip, take a few pictures. You don't have to take, and not everything has to be its own camera roll, right? Like it's, So for me, that's kind of where I sit on that. I don't want to take a picture all the time, catalog everything, but if I can get like 1 or 2 or maybe
summarize
like 3
that day.
Yeah, exactly. It's just based on the duration you're there. It's just like make it natural is kind of a thing.
Yeah, I want to do more with because I do a lot of climbing. Like if I actually recorded all of the climbing I do just in like a session, or if there just one where I'm like climbing for like 5 hours, there's a lot of material that I can.
Yeah, just set a camera up on tripod, bro.
Yeah, and that's super easy. Like tripods. Like,
this is where I run.
That's true. That's true. There are a lot of people that film themselves climbing. Yeah.
But we just had some fun this past weekend.
Yeah, we did.
And then we had some of our people on chat. We got to see us too. We had Normiecon 4. Normiecon 4. It was some fun time. We actually had our first podcast live at a different location. That was really cool.
That was fun.
That was a cool experience. Actually seeing the audience while we have a podcast.
Do you know what that means?
It was dope because trying to get the
Spidey and I now have been to 50% of Normiecons.
Oh yeah, that's
50%.
This is our second annual, each one of us, right?
Nice.
So Spidey and I are batting 50% on Normiecons
here,
right now.
buddy.
It's only gonna get higher.
Hey, everyone in the chat, say I was at Normiecon if you were at Normiecon.
We're dropping ends. They're dropping the
Drop the ends.
We're gonna give people some FOMO.
Yeah, my goal is to get people for some FOMO because I want you guys to be at the next Normiecon because I low-key think this past Normiecon was the best Normiecon we've had.
I will agree.
I agree with that 1,000%.
And you know what? I feel like we went bigger for the third than we did for the fourth, but had more fun at the fourth.
Yes.
And well, the reason we went bigger for the third because we had to skip a year because of COVID, so that's why we did that, trying to catch up.
Sure.
But I think this last Normiecon was so much more fun because in the past, besides the last Normiecon 3 and the other two Normiecons, there was some drinking involved, but it was like under the wraps drinking, like, you know, people were drinking. But this time, like, drinking was only involved on a Saturday night, and I actually enjoyed that better because I actually remember my conversations with people.
Yeah, same.
I was actually able to connect with people that I didn't get a chance to connect to the previous Normiecons, talk to people, remember those conversations. I actually enjoy that better than the past Normiecons because past Normiecons, man, we just get fucked up sometimes and we forget things.
You know, we all get together, we all get so jovial and excited to celebrate each other and all of our shared interests. And yeah, there have been at least Normiecon 3, as it were, that tended to happen. But this time, yeah, I agree. It was more intellectual for a while. And then we got to party late at night, of course, which was great. You know, that was a great time. But yeah, I feel like the discussions were more robust this time around, which was nice.
Yeah, the early birds that came, y'all are wild.
yeah, we had great fun Wednesday, Thursday.
Like,
so
definitely come for Normiecon, but if you guys are in Discord and kind of get in with the group on that, the Discord events that end up happening.
Brock Thier's out here in the chat. Yes, Brock Thier, I will get in contact with you. We got everybody out here. Keep Lover
keep
said he wanted to make
Keep
it. Darth
those up.
Cadis, Chelsifer, we got everybody. Sunshine.
Yeah, so I think also another reason why this Normiecon was better than previous Normiecon was also the location.
Yeah.
We were in heart of downtown, not too hot, not too cold, fall weather. And on top of that, like, we were able to, like, it was just one location, you know, just had to come to one spot. Easy to get there. So I think that was really good. And also I love meeting, like, the new people that we met this year. Yeah,
lots of new folks.
Yeah, and the new people, because usually every year when a new person, new addition comes on, they are a little shy or they just don't get right into it. It takes them a day. And which is understandable. But I feel like the people that came this year, the community that we created just accepted them and it got them to be themselves quicker than they usually would. So I really enjoyed that a lot.
Hell yeah. Watchdog, you're unforgettable, man. Shut up. Ain't no forget you, boy.
Nobody gonna forget you, Watchdog. I still remember that freaky little eye contact piece that you got, and then it took you 20 minutes to put in, bro.
Damn, they fucked me up.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. You know, we got Sunshine out here saying, you know, I was shy at first, but acclimated quickly. You know, I think that you find the Normies, we're a pretty approachable crew. Yeah. We are all big nerds. We're as big of fans as all this stuff is. We seem to be. And, you know, even though if we joke or criticize, it's all in good fun and good faith. And so we just want to hang out and have fun, especially with all. And I'd like to say, in my opinion, anybody that makes the trip to Normiecon, or for the record, that hangs out with us this much on Twitch, you're a normie. We're all normies.
Yes.
That's the whole point of the Normies. So anyway, it was a wonderful weekend. Hannah did a great job. Shout out to Hannah.
Yes, those drinks were on fire.
As she did at Normiecon 3.
We were lit.
It was great. Every night. I apologize to everybody. I wasn't there on Sunday, so I just want to call that out. I did let some people know. I didn't get to let everyone know, rather, that I wasn't going to be there on Sunday, but ended up attending the Colts game. That was something that kind of came out of left field, and I had to do that.
You watched the Titans game?
Oh, yeah, it was great. And to watch the Colts actually win a game, which was good too. At Lucas Oil Stadium.
This was also the first time I got to watch the game during a con with some fans.
Oh, that's great.
And so I'll still interact. It was fun.
Yeah, we got our pal from Tennessee.
Yeah.
Came out here, go Normiecon. I don't know if he was at the game. I can't remember.
He was he was not at the game.
He was
watching the game with us. So I want to go and ask you guys each, what day was your favorite day and why?
Oh, damn.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I will say Friday was my favorite day because I was usually when I tell people, my friends group, like you guys, even the normies are my friends. Usually when it's like when we get out, go out, it's like, hey, let's go to a strip club. Usually I do it as a jokingly way. Never, or I'm always expecting a hard no. It's never going to be yes. I never said, hey, let's go to a strip club and actually work out. Okay, and really? It never did. It's probably once.
Well, clearly you haven't hung out with Chris Johnson enough times.
I guess not. But then when I brought this up after, when did I bring it up? Where did we go first? That arcade bar.
We went to Tappers.
Tappers. So yeah, we were leaving Tappers, and we're like, what you guys think about going to a strip club? And I was shocked with the goddamn answer. By the people, I'm not gonna name who went there, but by the people,
you know who y'all are.
Yeah, you know who all went there.
Nasty.
First of all, if going to a strip club is not as like nefarious,
it's not. But I don't know if I want to put them on the spot.
To be,
it's not. Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Right.
It's really not as.
It can
taboo.
actually be quite mellow.
Yeah. And it's not as taboo. But I don't want to put. I don't want to.
I understand.
Yes,
yeah. We're not gonna put anyone on blast.
Yeah. But I was surprised by the people that said yes, and I was really surprised by the 2 people that said yes. So I was like, okay, I guess we got to really do this, because I was not ready for it. Because again, I pitched this idea around like 1:30, and there's only a few good strip clubs in town, and when you go that late, it even becomes worser. I mean, it doesn't
Keyblade Lover, you're not missing out on anything.
Yeah, because like and it's also Friday night, so everyone got paid, so it's gonna be busy as fuck, and that's what happened. We went there, it was busy as fuck, but low key the talent wasn't that bad. That late on that night,
yeah.
Maybe Brad's up their game. I haven't been there in a minute.
I have not in a while.
Oh damn! Who? Yeah, tell me this later.
Yeah. The deets. Those are deets. We're gonna keep those on the hush hush.
So we went to the club, and it was a fun time. I know some people stayed a little bit longer than, and some of us left a little earlier, and they broke my record.
Oh yeah,
they broke my record. I'm shitty. I had to go back to brass and break that goddamn record.
Well, let's establish maybe some context or some basis for our listeners / viewers here. Strip clubs don't usually maintain the same hours as a bar.
No,
entailing that they can stay open
as late as they want,
or just 24/7.
Yes, as long as they don't serve alcohol.
Yeah. Right. Or as long as they serve food.
Yes.
Indiana's a weird state.
There's
a lot of laws that are kind of
we can't buy alcohol. Well, now we can, but before 12. But
so when you hear Pat talking about a record, it's not like who's the broiest bro that broed till 4 a.m. It's who literally like was at this strip club the longest.
Yes. So I left around maybe 2:33.
Proud of that.
And I know the folks that stayed didn't leave there until like 6. So now
that's a good time.
Oh, you saw the staff change?
Yes. So now I need to go break that record and leave at 7.
Leave at 7.
You gotta eat breakfast.
So there's only one time Ashley had food at a strip club, not at Brad's, but I know they had served food there. But I was in Tampa Bay and actually had a steak at a strip club.
Little do people know you can order food at a strip club.
And honestly, it's not that bad. It's not the best thing, but it's not that bad.
Oh.
Man, we are just educating the audience.
I've never been to a strip club either. I don't know.
Really? Spidey? Yeah, you're not missing out on anything.
I'm going to pay for a boner.
No.
Like, I might as well.
I am with you with that. As older I got, I was like, what's the point of this shit? That's why I don't really care for it that much anymore.
Well,
I will take my sex at home.
Yes. Thank you. Please and thank you. I was in Vegas one time visiting with a friend who lived in Henderson. We went in with all of him and his roommates to a strip club that was off the strip. I was in there like 5 minutes, and this lady was just, let's just say soliciting her services to me, and
to go.
and I was literally just like, hey, I'm just here because of my friend. I'm sorry, I don't want to, I'm not gonna be. And she was like, well, then why the fuck are you here? I literally think I got thrown out at that moment. Like, I think so. There's some places where it's like very like transactional, and it's like if you're not there to spend money, they will make sure. And not even that. Indiana's not quite like that.
Indiana's not like that. Like, but the places like that are like big cities like Chicago or Miami.
Yeah.
I remember in Orlando. So going to a strip club is not a big deal to me because when I've been to strip clubs since I was like 15 or 14 because my cousin I would always hang out with him, and he would just let me go out with him when they go out. But it's hard for him to sneak me into like an actual club if he doesn't really know that well people. But it's easier for them to sneak me into a strip club. It's weird. It's easier to sneak into a strip club if you're younger than an actual club.
I think that's actually true. Yeah.
So like he was just able to pay off the bouncers and get me in and stuff like that. So that's like. I've known strip club and I've known the atmosphere, know how people like because again, when you're a kid, you can't spend that much money. The only money you relied on is your cousin. So you just, most of the time you're just watching and observing shit,
just learning,
learning,
learning lots of life lessons.
Yeah. So the thing that you said about that is so funny because what would end up happening if a guy goes to a strip club and he's there and he's not, dances to the girls,
actively contributing.
Yeah. Then what ends up happening, like if the girl goes there and she shoots her shot and gets turned down or whatever, she is also going to go ahead and tell everyone, her girlfriends, hey, he's the despot. Don't waste your time.
Yeah. Also the bouncer, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
it can be very club-like in that sense, But so in any case, I guess we'll digress. But yes, we had a lot of fun at Normiecon.
Yes.
To bring it all the way back to what we were talking about.
I think my favorite day was whenever we did karaoke. Might have been Saturday. Was it
Saturday? Oh man, Saturday! What a great night! That was so fantastic. Karaoke was exceptional. It was great. To me was like a huge highlight.
I like that everyone really went in.
Yeah,
there was no. That was only my second time ever doing karaoke, maybe third.
For real?
Nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You wouldn't have guessed.
That was only your second time, bro.
I'll go third. I think.
Shut the fuck up, bro. That's really good. You guys were on sync.
Bro, it's a lot of fun.
It was fun.
I think me and Bria have one of the most fun routines I've ever done in my life.
I saw you when you guys did that. I was like, these motherfuckers, man. Yeah. Fuck.
The Super Saiyan.
I was like, these guys are dope.
Whatever dance. Yeah.
Karaoke was fun. I don't do karaoke.
No, I can't sing.
I mean, if you want me to sing, you're probably ears are gonna be bleeding. And it's crazy. I did choir, and that doesn't make sense.
I know, same.
That is the point, though. Like people just kind of join in with you.
Join with you.
It was fun. Amanda B had a tiny, I guess, what was it called? It was a D&D campaign, but it's like a one-off D&D campaign. And I got to sit in on that. And so basically that was my first time really ever sitting in, participating loosely. I use that term loosely, and watching mostly a D&D campaign. So that was really fun. I enjoyed that.
I've never done that before. I hear it's amazing.
I was just a fly on the wall, and they were like, do you want to play? And I was like, and everybody else was very enthusiastic. So I was like, I'd kind of rather watch all of you play because you know how to get through the game.
If you haven't played, you should definitely play.
I'll be sandbagging.
I wanted to play, but so much goes into it to play. And I saw them like cranking out their character sheets and all that. I'm like, I'm at Normiecon. I don't want to be doing this.
Dude, she prepped this in like an hour and a half.
I know, and I don't have. I wouldn't be able to do that quickly.
Dude,
I think next time we should have a designated time for D&D because I would have definitely loved to into it, but we're doing other things, so I didn't want to commit too much time into where I might need it somewhere else. But
dude, Hunter's been building a D&D campaign for quite some time, and he's like digitizing maps now.
That's crazy. Puvvy's really good at it too. I've actually been playing D&D with Puvvy. Nice. Something about Friday night at the strip club. I know some people are gonna get. They're gonna like Chris is gonna get mad if I didn't share this story.
So wait, I was out on Friday. When did we? So we all went to tap. It was after Tappers.
After Tappers,
that was on Friday.
We left Tappers around like I would say like 1:15, 1:30.
Okay.
We probably got to the strip club around that time.
I think I probably just went home at that point. Yeah.
So when I got to the strip club, so like I said,
we went to Imbibe. No, was that Friday or was that Thursday? Fuck, the days are just bleeding together.
We drank from Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
The day bleeds in. Like I told you guys, when I was younger, I go to the strip club a lot, and my cousin takes me to them. So Brad's is one of the places my cousin takes me when I was younger, and I go there. And
we shouldn't advertise, but yes,
I mean it doesn't matter. People know I'm a fuck. Well, I'm not a fuck boy, but people know like whatever. Anyways, so I go in there, and when I get in there, my first thing was like, I'm gonna go to the bar and see if I recognize the bartender, because like one of the bartenders knows my cousin. Because of that, she always hooks up well on the drinks.
Well, that's all, yeah. Well and good there. That's fine.
You know, so I want to go check up there, and when I was going there, I don't know if I bumped into the girl or she bumped into me, but we we bumped into each other, and then I talked to her, and like, you know, I was just telling, like, excuse me, as like, you know, she looks good and all that stuff. Asked her if I could buy a drink. We go to the bar, we're talking, things hit off, and then we're doing some strip club stuff while her brother and her brother's two friends were right next to, like, it was, for me, I don't get awkward when people watch stuff like that. It doesn't really bother me.
But her brother.
But it was her brother.
Do you know her brother too?
No, I didn't know the girl. I didn't even know she told me she was like, she's from West Lafayette. She's in town with her brother and her friends. And so we were doing like the brother just like looking at me while like my hand is in her titty and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, does she work there?
She's not sure, but she was just she was here chilling. She goes to IPR. She has a master's degree.
Oh, bet.
Good for her.
She was telling me how smart she is, and she's a mechanical engineer.
Man, get it.
Yeah, and so like, you know, things are going down, and like her brother just looking at me, and her friends are just looking at me, and she doesn't care. She literally just took. She was going extra when her brother was there, so like she didn't give a fuck, obviously. And the friend, like the two guys, were weird. They didn't say, like, the brother. None of them said a word to me or anything like that. But we were around that mess for a while. So finally, the guys, like, they were going back in and out trying to get a cab, and I knew they were from out of the country when they said they're trying to get a cab. Usually, when people in the country, they'll say Uber. Okay. So like they're from, I think, from South Asia, so South India.
Okay.
That's what she told me, I believe. So anyways, you know, they're going back and forth getting a cab. So then, you know, as the night was as we were about to leave, they're trying to get her away, trying to, you know, pull her away. And then I'm like, you know, that's fine, you got to go. And I told her, like, hey, listen, you could go with them, or I could take you home later. Obviously, she went home with them. She was trying to get her Instagram info on my phone. While she was doing all that, you know, I talked to the guys. Hey, the two guys came up to me and were like, "We're so sorry. We just have to go. I didn't want." They shook my hand and said sorry about taking her away from me. But the friends did that. And then when the brother came back to get her again, the brother's like, yes, I'm so sorry. We have to go. We got the cab. But I shook my hand. But I'm so sorry. I'm like, bro, you guys are really nice about this shit. And it's kind of like, I was shocked by the brother being, if I was a brother, I'd be more protective, you know? I'd be like, my big brother pants on. But
man, he need to let her go. Fuck wrong with him.
That is
but she had plans that night.
It was crazy because they shook my. I could not believe all three of them shook my hand and apologized to me. I was shocked by that. I was shocked by that. I was like, why are you apologizing to me about that? Like, obviously she's a friend. You gotta take her. It ain't gonna bother me.
They're apologizing because they know they're destroying guy code.
Yeah,
but they don't know guy code, because guy code means you leave me alone. Yeah, you don't stay by the bar and just watch me the whole fucking time.
No, they destroyed it. Like, they were just like, no, this isn't going down. Like, one, that's my sister, and they're like, yeah, that's I don't want that to happen either. I was hoping to hook up with her, and now this rando with his tapered ass beard, this shit looks fly as fuck, and now we're out here out of the country. Like,
it's very
they're haters as fuck. Fuck them dudes.
It's very possessive of a person. Do you know? I understand that, like, maybe you don't want your sister, or maybe if your sister's never been to a strip club before and she's about to go meet a guy that she's never met there, I can understand, like, maybe the brother's going, like, taking her there, and maybe, like, going in, checking it out, you know, okay, well, yada yada yada, if you need anything, we're gonna go, like, somewhere nearby that we don't even really give a shit about, and we're just gonna hang out there, you know, like that. That is one thing. But to, like, full escort service and then to watch your sister be romantic with someone else,
that's a random
in a very suggestive environment, and then to be apologetic when you leave. All of this to me is, like, highly sus.
Yeah, red flag.
Like, yeah, to the point where, I mean, like, good on this young lady for having a master's, for being what sounds like a very driven young professional, or a prospective young professional, but no.
Yeah, if she was like the one that just happened. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't want to be a cock block. I'm going to actually just block your cock block.
Yeah, it was the most, like I said, I wouldn't mind people watching me, but the brother was the most creepiest thing to see me, because like something like this happened to me in Miami too, where we were and Mickey was there too. We were at a lake club, and I couldn't tell if it was a brother or a best friend of the girl. Both of them approached me and wanted to talk about where I live, how close I was, and I'm like, this is weird.
Well,
it's like you're being interviewed.
I gotta know if you're going to kill my sister or y'all are just having some consensual sex.
Or you might have found your OnlyFans niche,
Right? It's weird to me that like they weren't checking on any strippers at all. Like, why were
No, there weren't. That's what I said. There's ass and titties everywhere.
Yeah, that's weird. And y'all were looking at me
the whole time.
I'm going to get coffee.
I wish you were there too, Mickey. It would have been fun. But I was like, they're from India. I feel
it wouldn't have been fun. I just for observational purposes.
just to take some notes. And what kind of fuckery goes on in here?
Yeah. So that was it sucked ass, because I feel like she did give me her Instagram info. I think she drunkenly put the wrong person, because I hit it up the next day and didn't get no response. But then this morning I get a response, and I didn't look at it because I'm going to be cool about it and wait a few days, and then hit her back.
Look at it?
No, I'm going to wait 2 days and then hit her back up.
No, to even look at the message?
Yeah, I'm not going to look at it. I got an alert that says she messaged me, but I'm going to wait.
You're going to look at the message.
No, I'm going to wait 2 days, and then I'm going to look at it and then reply.
Why don't you just...
But if you look at it, then they'll know you looked at it, because it says read or seen or whatever.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't think you need to wait though. It didn't like pop any notifications.
It just you know how it says you got an Instagram message from whatever her name was.
Oh man. What a. I'm sure it was a bizarre night for more than one person.
Damn. So wait, you didn't even know the girl?
No.
Oh, I thought that was Shaquem. I didn't know.
No, it was we bumped each other. Like usually shit. Yeah, usually shit like this is not easy for me at all. And Mickey probably can attest to this, or you probably can. But when you get that, sometimes like you feel lucky enough, you just get that look, and once you got that look, and you actually read that look, shit is just easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta test it out. But
it was like she gave me that look, and I just knew it was.
Yeah, if she's gonna make out with you and got you rubbing her titty, I think
he read it.
I think you guys were kind of in agreement.
I think that's a sold sign on the front yard. Is what that is.
Kinda, I don't know.
Everything must go.
I'm not saying women are property. I'm just saying that's a go for it.
Yeah, because I was saying some fuckboy shit. I was surprised those lines worked.
At least
she was out here for something, bro.
Johnny Blue, this is wild, bud.
Yeah.
Welcome to like every day with the normies. Like this is what the conversation is behind the scenes.
Right
Look at all these sunshine gifted tears out here.
Thank you so much.
But for real though, Mickey. So we all talked about our favorite days. You had karaoke. Actually, you didn't get a chance to see favorite day.
Yeah.
Favorite Normiecon day. What was your favorite thing that you did?
Ah man.
But Damarin didn't get a chance.
No,
to
let's hear it from Mickey.
Favorite days, man. I mean, it was all really good. I think second day, because that was the day that I actually like drank and stuff. I was very responsible this year. I didn't stay out too late, and I didn't drink too much either. So like I was like purposefully saving my energy for Saturday, and that was like the fun day where I got like a little buzzed, a little comfortable buzz, and then karaoke was a lot of fun. Serge said he was doing System of a Down, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I gotta get in on that." So we did that.
Mm-hmm.
That was throughout our voices. That was a lot of fun. I know there's videos of it, but I don't know. Karaoke and dancing for me, it's like I like doing it, but I don't want to.
See it.
I don't want to see it.
I feel you on that.
I don't want to see myself doing it.
Yes, 1000% agree.
But no, it was fun. You guys did the fusion dance, dude. That was so sick.
Oh, and you know that was the second time they did that. That was the second time doing karaoke for them.
That was my third time doing karaoke. I think that's the second time we've ever done the fusion.
Nah, it was all fun, but like I think day two, because that was like it was just like. The introductions have happened, so like the vibe is like there, and we don't have to worry about leaving till tomorrow. So it's just like like that's the rage day.
Yeah.
Everyone
was definitely hungover.
Yeah. What on Sunday? Yeah, I was hungover on Sunday, and I had to go to that. Well, anyway, but Saturday, I'm gonna say Saturday was my favorite day, and for personal reasons, but also for the normie reasons. I got to walk my little dog all the way to where we were having Normiecon this year from where I lived, which was really nice. We got to go through German Fest, which was downtown at the time. So it was a nice, like, it was a beautiful day. Saturday was an actually like gorgeous day outside.
Yes, it was.
At night, it was great. Like,
Quite good.
yeah. So I would say Saturday. I mean, just like the vibes were good. Played Mario Kart, which I mean, what more can I ask for? My friend out there in the Air Force. It was great hanging out with you, sir. I don't know if I didn't get to see him again Saturday. I don't think, but man, what a nice guy. And yeah, the Saturday night, the karaoke. And then going out Saturday night when we were at Imbibe and everything. That, I mean, just like, yeah, Saturday was just
Imbibe.
a really, really good time.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Imbibe earlier because
You missed
you
out.
guys talk about Imbibe a lot, and the food smelled good. I didn't get a chance to get the food.
Oh man, Joe! Shout out to Joe Max, man. He was just like,
Oh, Joe.
He was drive-by fooding everybody.
Yeah, Joe. Generous Joe Max.
everybody.
No, straight up, because there were like pockets of people hanging out because there wasn't like a big enough area, and he would just like come by with like here's fries.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Generous Joe Mags, keeping us all on the rails. Thank you,
There's a
Joe.
lot of us too.
oh, I smashed a beer all over myself.
Why would you do that?
One of those science moments happened. Well, Joe was carrying a bunch of beer, so I was like, "Let me help you with those." And I don't know how I grabbed one, but it just exploded. Like something scientific happened, and it exploded.
Joe is a legend.
Yeah, he is.
But luckily, it was the day where it wasn't cold, so it kind of felt nice. I was like,
It was great.
It was funny that you dropped a beer. I also know a couple of people fell on that little staircase. I'm not going to name names, but a couple.
That's a steep staircase.
They busted their face on there.
That is a steep one. That's a steep one.
It's a tough one to navigate, especially asking that of a bar patron.
Tappers was awesome too. Played some games with everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Killer Queen. We had a little Killer Queen sesh. That was fun. Tappers, local spot here in Indy, arcade bar.
Arcade.
So
Yeah, barcade.
I had a cool moment at Tappers, and I didn't even do anything. So
I just fucking stood
Those are
there.
always the best.
So, I think it was Spencer and somebody else, and Surge and somebody else, and then this random guy who came to the bar, and like 4 guys were playing Super Mario Bros. He's like, "Oh shit, they're playing Super Mario. I need to get in." And he was talking hot shit. "I'm so good. I need to get in on this." So then, like, it was, again, I think it was Spencer, Surge, and you or someone else, and then this
Super Smash.
No, it was Mickey or someone else. I can't remember if it was Watchdog, and the random guy, and he was just talking hot shit when he walked in and all that stuff. So when he was sitting down playing against you guys, and he got his ass whooped. He was talking like how good he is and he went in tournaments and shit like that. But he got his ass whooped. He's like, "Man, you guys are pretty good, man. Your boys are really good. You guys are really good." I'm like, "Yeah, those are my boys. Yeah, they're good."
That's one of those games where you can't talk smack preemptively because I swear the types of people that play Smash, like, they're very unassuming. It could be just
It's extremely true.
You have people that'll talk shit before they get there, and then you got the dude who's just gonna get there, sit down, and shut up and get ready. He's like,
The guy who sits down, "Shut up, man. He's a real gamer."
bro, he's ready for this shit. Like,
one day I'm gonna be formidable with Lil Mac. One day.
bro, Lil Mac is formidable as he is. That's a scary dude.
Yeah, I
Very
just
strong,
as
very
long as
It's true.
if you guys find me on a map where I can't fall off, then it's on. You know.
Fuck. You're fucked.
Did they even make that in Smash? Is there a map where you literally cannot fall off? I guess.
we just don't pick them. I don't know. You run too far over, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you give me one of those maps, and that's
I guess a Smash map creator would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? You'd only be able to make
you only
one large
would
platform and then like 3 other platforms. You're like, I'm done.
Pretty creative.
No, they got the ones that move and shit.
like
Okay.
like Hyrule. That's a really
No, I know, but those are the ones designed by professionals. I'm saying if like they did a Mario Maker, but it were like Smash Maker, like level maker, it's kind of like, I don't need that much space. Like there's not that much level to design, I'm sure somebody's thought of this.
Speaking of,
I was afraid to play that guy again. He wasn't any good and got super mad when he lost the one game.
speaking about Mario Kart and Super Smash, we played a lot of games over Normiecon. What was the favorite game that you played and a memorable moment from that game?
Codename Stop.
Go ahead.
Code
Bro.
Code name.
What was your memorable moment from
I don't
that?
even know exactly what. Like, just the entirety of Codenames. Like,
Okay.
we all played Codenames, and games were getting so close.
Codenames is like when you guys were playing Codenames, I swear you guys were playing craps over there. We were like, because everybody on the table was
Yeah,
going.
people are up.
It had like basement illegal gambling.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
gonna say
Bobby,
Codenames.
Yeah, fucking Pat over here, pick the corners. Like, bro, it's
yeah.
not roulette.
Code names for me. Oh, I know my favorite moment. It was your game when they got hung up on.
Oh,
They got hung up on some word. I don't forget what it was.
Oh my god, I'm forgetting what it was too.
That was probably the best one.
I was looking at the wrong color when I gave my clue.
Oh my god.
I did that too.
The very first one. And the rest of the game, I was on it. And they were just kept going back to, yeah, but what was this one about? And I'm like,
what was the word? It started with an R? Range or something? I don't know. Right? Or so, I don't know.
dude, I don't even remember.
But it was something. Yeah. Because
Fucking
it's
killed me.
way easier on the computer because, like, you can, it shows you where everything is. But, like, here you have a tiny little card where you have to, like, match and be like, okay, that one's mine, that one's mine. It's like, it's a lot to keep track. I did that too.
It sucked.
It's hilarious.
What was yours?
I think it was.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Codenames.
Yeah, Codenames to the table.
Codenames was
But-
great
oh,
because we played Coup, all of us here with Hunter. So
Yeah.
I would normally say that, but we had a lot of fun here, and
Yeah.
that was like all like 5 of us.
Yeah.
And Serge was here too. Like, so yeah, we had a really good time with Hunter playing that here in the studio. So I'm gonna table. Coup. I'm gonna table it. And then no, I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, Codenames was really really fun. I'd never played it before. Took me like a little bit to pick up on it, but once I understood, it was kind of like it's like charades, but with a word,
Yeah.
and then you say how many cards correlate to that word.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, well there you go. There's the premise of the game. It's fun.
The
It's very
hardest
fun.
thing is just being the game master and just having that old meltdown where you're like, oh my god, I can't tell you guys
Hey.
Oh, man.
how fucking wrong you are.
There was
But
this,
the thing is, you always like as a spy master. I think they always fail to like play to your team. Like
Yeah.
think like a teammate would think.
yeah.
And they always think like themselves, but they don't think like a teammate. For me, it was Coup. I enjoyed Coup a lot because like I like bullshit type games. So I enjoyed Coup, and Coup you can play anywhere. Like we remember playing at hotel lobbies late night, so that was fun.
It's easy to
Yeah,
play.
It's easy to play.
Yeah.
Bobby's saying you got bullied in Coup.
Yes, I got bullied in Coup. So I'll talk about that story. But that wasn't my memorable moment. My memorable moment is when I got one over Surge. Surge is very good at Coup, and he's a very good sneaky, deceivous liar when he plays Coup. He's just a good poker player.
Okay.
So I got one over
this to the
him
test.
where I was where I assassinated him, and he only had one card left, and I wasn't really an assassinated, but pretty much I was assassinating everyone else.
He didn't call you on it?
He didn't call because I was calling everyone an assassin. They were taking it.
Okay, all right.
You
then
were not an assassin.
That was not an assassin.
You were bluffing.
I was bluffing assassin. But I did that bluff with other people and it worked, and they didn't even call me on it, so Surge didn't do it either. So he didn't call me on it. He only had one card left. He's like, fuck. And he's like, yeah, you got me. And that's it. And then next thing you know, one round plays over, and then somebody else calls the bullshit on my assassin because he had nothing to lose because whatever.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, fuck, he actually called me out. So when I flipped over the card, I lose. So he's like, you are never the assassin. That was my.
He bullshit the entire game.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you got to just pick a position and play it.
Yeah, same with
To
Siege.
the dying.
Bro, Siege does not look at his cards for the
Siege
first,
is good
like,
too.
2
See,
rounds.
there is what would you call it? Like a good? There's a folklore out there that Siege has one coup without ever looking at his deck.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, right?
yeah.
like supposedly people.
So now he looks at it, but one time he did it and he
There's a
won.
bit of a gamble
There-
to that. But
yeah.
yeah.
There are typically there's like stories of people who will play Texas Hold'em, right? 2-card poker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And then they will never
ever.
ever look at their cards, never look at the hand, and they'll still just bet everybody at the table because they're not playing the
Yeah.
hand that they're dealt. They're
It-
playing what everybody else has.
It's more about the psychology of like the pot,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Exactly.
It's more about just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna double this. Are you?
Yeah.
You know, are you?
Yeah.
It's like
do
you're-
you feel that strongly about your cards? 'Cause-
You're not beating the odds. You have to have a mind for that kind of like mathematical distribution.
I mean, one of
but-
the most famous hands in poker is the 7-2 offsuit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the worst hand in poker.
But
7-2
it-
offsuit's
it's
the worst
It's
hand.
the Doyle Brunson because
Tool
I think he did land. He won some tournament with that hand. It was the 7-2 offsuit, which is like
Because he bluffed.
mathematically the worst hand, and he like bluffed his way. But I think he actually did catch something in the stack. But yeah,
Interesting.
the Doyle Brunson.
The Doyle Brunson. So I didn't pull the Doyle Brunson. I got bullied in one of the games, and then I'm sure they want to talk to me how I got bullied. So there was this one round that they added Inquisitor into it. So it's like a new thing where it's kind of like Ambassador, where you get to look in the deck and then pick the card you want, or you could look at other person's tell them if you want them to keep it or not. So I was playing. I was bluffing to be the Inquisitor. So I kept bluffing to be the Inquisitor just so I want to see what's in the deck.
What was your bluff ratio?
I bluff a lot.
Would you call it 70%?
But I don't want to get
more?
away in case we play again.
All right.
I don't think you won very many. Like
I don't win a lot though. I don't win.
So like your bluffing isn't effective.
It's not. So I kept on doing the Inquisitor bluff and just wanted to go through the deck, and then finally Pubby's like, "Why you keep Inquisitor in or whatever?" So Pubby's also Inquisitor. So he looks at my deck, and he noticed I'm not an Inquisitor. And
Pubby's gonna call your ass out immediately.
And I had a shitty ass card. So then Pubby's like, "You know what? You could keep it," and he didn't tell anybody anything. But the thing was, he laughed so hard. Like he laughed so hard that everyone was curious what I had. So everyone else was Inquisitor. They Inquisited me.
Well, obviously.
And then they were all laughing really hard. And then finally, I'm at the point where like I can't lie about being an Inquisitor. I can't lie anymore. I'm fucked. I'm gonna die regardless. I had to give up. It was horrible.
Brock Peters out here corroborating your story.
5 ambassadors, yeah.
Like, there was a variant of coup that we played. It was day one. I don't know who I played it with, but it was like a variant. It was like in the same universe, but like you send people on missions. It was kind of.
Oh yeah, I didn't play that game, but I saw you guys playing it.
It was kind of like Secret Hitler, but the thing is, it's really easy to figure out who's who. So that's not like the end game. It's more just like the math of like, you know, who's gonna get the last, you know, thing to work out, because it's like it's easier to pick. Like obviously there's still an element of like you don't really know, but it's like it's easier to pick out, oh no, I think they're on teams. But no, I forget what it was called, but it was a really good.
I remember watching you guys do that.
Resistance. It's called Resistance.
Oh,
Is it Resistance?
Yeah. That table was hype too.
Resistance. Jackal.
It's a jackal.
For a while on Sunday, the Secret Hitler game table was hype too. On Sunday, you guys were going crazy over there.
Oh, dude, we had some good rounds in that one. Yeah, that was a good time.
You know, I don't know if I've ever played Secret
You
Hitler.
have it?
I don't know if I have.
We gotta play that thing.
You know,
Yeah, it's a lot of
honestly,
fun.
next year I don't think we need to take a fucking suitcase full of games. I think there's like
Cool. Secret Hitler code names.
classics. There's like a few, because like no one
Touch anything else.
There's no other. Like,
Maybe Resistance too.
Like I think we brought Risk. Like who was gonna bust out?
That's pretty intense. And
We
you know,
brought
given
Monopoly? Who was gonna bust out Monopoly, bro? Like,
given the current global climate, I don't know if anybody actually wants to play Risk right now.
Operation would have been a good one.
Operation would have been a
Risk
good one.
is actually a really fun game.
Oh,
if
dude.
If only it wasn't 8 hours long.
Yeah,
There's
who's gonna play Risk?
a cell phone version that I was playing for a while, and that was cool because I could like pop in and out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the more active games, like what we're playing.
Yeah.
Or like Bears versus Babies. That's a good one. I've got that at home.
Bears versus Babies.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. You got a deck full of like monster babies, and then you also are building your own monster.
What?
That's cool.
Through cards, and based on like how many points the baby has. Sounds so cool. How many points the baby army has in the deck, because there's like air, fire, there's air, land, and so, yeah.
Okay.
And you'll get like, you will build a purple-haired, blue-suited octopus with dick cannons for arms. And you'll be fighting like an octopus baby, or like an anglerfish baby, or like a cannibal baby.
All right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a lot of fun. I'll bring it in. You guys
All right, I'm down.
That's just fucking wild.
Yeah, there's one really bizarre game. I think it's not coming out till like next year though, but it's called One Step Forward or something like that. It's one of those like purposefully difficult games where it's
the walking game, that new.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So it's you remember
Baby Steps. It's called Baby Steps.
Baby Steps.
Oh, God.
You remember the keyboard game, the QWERTY game, where you had to like kind of like each key.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
The running one where he was running sideways, but like Q would control his calf muscle. W would control.
Oh yes,
you know,
yes,
like,
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do.
So it's that, but like with like PS5, like it's like a 3D world, and you have to like you have to like get through it, and it seems really fun.
Huh.
I've been playing only up, but you can't like save in that game, so I just have to restart every time I play it.
That's old school.
Yeah, it doesn't add anything to the game because it's like the only way to really beat it if you're gonna take breaks is just to leave it on, which is the save thing is saving, because I'm just like pausing. It's like I'm just coming back to it later. So it doesn't. That's not like that's a bad shtick for like, ooh, you can't save in this game.
Well, what are you playing it on?
Oh, on PC.
Okay, I was gonna say if you get it on Switch, you can just throw that sucker in the background and put that thing to sleep.
Is only up on Switch?
I have no idea.
I doubt it. I don't think it's on Switch. But no, it's a. I like those bizarre kind of games where there really isn't a goal. It's just like hard. It's just difficult for no reason. It's one of those games that you play and beat just for like the bragging rights. It's like, yes, I am one of the ones that have beat this.
Okay. All right, so I got one more question before we wrap this podcast for you guys from Normiecon.
Ooh, I got one.
So I really enjoyed what Manny, Marie, I think it was also Marie and Amanda B, if I'm correct, all three of them. The beat stuff.
Yeah.
What they did was so cool. It was like, they, just coming into town, having those beats and giving to everyone else. And then like create a little thing where, hey, go and trade with other people. That was dope.
It was very
That was cool.
That was really, really
That
cool.
was a cool idea. That was really dope. What beats did you guys get?
I should have traded more. I have 3 of my own name. Well, actually, they're all 4 of my own name.
Nice. Wow.
But one of them it says Mickey MHA remote drop, and I was like, that's awesome.
That's funny.
I need to.
That's a good one. Whoever has that one, keep that one for the mantle.
I'm gonna screenshot. I think I have screenshotted that at one point, and now that I have Procreate, I think I'm gonna like paint it.
That's cool.
I got one that says my name. I got one that says Hawkeye, and then what the fuck was my third one? I forget exactly what my third one was, but it was like a phrase.
It was a phrase.
Yeah.
Mine, I had 2 of my names, and one of my naming was cool because like 2 beats interlooped into one, which was really fucking cool. I never seen something like that before. And I got my original one. I got Gengetsu or the Bleach, from Bleach.
Nope.
Yeah.
I got rid of that. I didn't get rid of it. I traded that in for Death Note for the girl for L's girl. Not L girl. Misa. Traded in for that. And I was trying to trade that one in with somebody else, and I had no luck. There was this really cool one that I wanted, and I could not get it.
There were some really cool color schemes. It was just like black and gold one. I was like, I don't know what that says, but it looks tight.
Nope. I had a black and gold one.
That was a really good idea. Shout out to everybody that put that together.
Because it had to be really time consuming to do all those first.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
That takes a long time to make those, dude.
And then to be able to,
They put a lot of work into that. It was really cool. It was very interactive.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
A great icebreaker.
Yes.
Very, very great.
1000%. I have it home, and I need to go double check now because I got 3, I think, and one said my name, which was wonderful, and I kept that one. One said the Normies. I kept all 3, but I didn't. So it was such like a random kind of thing, and I was like, oh my God, this is so flattering, thank you, and so I kept them. But I didn't actually turn them all the way around. I just saw Normies and I saw Damarin, and I didn't look to see if there was something else referencing a show or anything like that. I was just like, these are mine now.
These are mine. It says my name is mine.
I wore them Friday and then Saturday, and they're in my closet now. And because I didn't go on Sunday, but yeah, I wasn't able to go. But yeah, so I own them. I still have them. So if somebody wants to trade,
bring it next year.
A Damarin or a Normies.
I'm gonna bring mine from. Yeah, I got 3. Okay, so they made one for each of us to that was just one, and I think it was the one with their names on.
Okay.
And then I pulled the second one. It was Surge, and I was like, oh man, I don't want just another Normie. So I traded with somebody, but they only had my name. So I was like, okay, I'll grab one, and then I'll trade this with somebody else, and then that step never happened.
That's what happened when we went to Death Note 1 too, man.
That's so funny.
I got one Evangelion bracelet that do they?
Oh yeah,
sick.
Do you guys have anything you might want for next Normiecon?
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Can I take this one real quick?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I also shout out to Hunter and Amanda B for very quickly putting together a D&D one shot.
Yeah. That was great.
It didn't quite work out, but it was very awesome, and it was a really, really good idea. So I think next year we're gonna try to plan that out a little bit more.
I
called that out earlier.
And get people to pre-commit and make sure it's not happening during.
That's what I said earlier.
The same time as karaoke, so it didn't quite work out, but
it was still fun.
It was a lot of fun because it was 2 tables. So we thought we were running 2 separate little mini games, but they were interconnected, and you were able to bounce between the tables based on what happened.
That's cool.
But we never got to the conclusion, so it was really cool. It was really, really cool. Shout out to them because they put the.
So I think next year, that's I think one of the suggestions we're going to make is have a separate time for D&D. Or same time as D&D and other games if they want to do that.
Yeah.
But not around something big like karaoke. Because I would have loved to join, but the time coming in.
It was an impromptu thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was an impromptu.
For something I want to see next year. So you want to see something that we saw this year and want to see it again, or something that we did see this year and we want to see next year?
I guess both.
Both. Okay. Something that we saw this year that I want to happen again next year. I am going to be called a party fouler around here, but I still would like the idea of just having one drinking night, like karaoke. Not every day be a drinking thing, because like last Normiecon, every day we were drinking.
Yeah.
This Normiecon was only one, and I think that was really good because like we were all refreshed the next day, not as hungover. Like I said earlier, we were actually able to have conversations, remember those conversations.
Last year was wild. I think it was like maybe a little too wild. So like, just for the sake of responsibility.
Yeah.
I liked this year. It was chill.
Yeah.
It was vibes.
It really was.
One thing
it was responsibly weird.
One thing I did miss though, I really loved last year's Water Day. That was so fun.
That
was so fun. The dunk tank, the water balloon fight, the whole shebang.
If we could have that location, but like in downtown, like just some, because like because I did like that farm location, but
that Water Day was badass. That was the most fun I've had.
It was.
That was fun.
It was sick. Yeah.
How about you guys?
That was a good time.
So I recommended this. Serge and I were actually talking about it. I think that next year we need to have. So we had a lot of tabletop gaming. We had some video games, but what I want us to do is I want us to expand the range of games that we're playing and have like kind of our own arcade. So we could have maybe like a couple retro consoles, maybe a few more Switches or something like that. So maybe we have a TV that's always running Smash, TV that's always running Mario Kart. Basically TV that's always running Mario Party. Basically just have more options in terms of video games for people to get in on as well. So and if we were to use the same space, I was just envisioning actually you could use we had kind of a green room that we didn't really use too much. We could use that green room area. We could use just the whole perimeter. I thought would be kind of cool to go around the perimeter of the whole place and then have all the tabletop games in the middle. So you'll have people gaming on either side of you, but then you have everybody tabletop gaming in the middle. So my whole thing is more video games.
More video games.
More video games. Yeah.
I think I can't say too much, but we got some things in the works. I think it's only going to get bigger and better from here.
Yeah,
I would
definitely.
love to rent out like a movie theater and we all go see a movie together.
That is kind of possible.
Yes,
we know a guy at IMAX. We could make that happen. The only thing would be
let you rent it out. You can do it.
And if it's an older movie, maybe they'd let it record.
They can put you anything on.
Honestly, that's a good idea. We need to put that down in somewhere so we don't forget about. That's a really good idea because we actually got somebody at IMAX or even another theater if we can't do an IMAX. And either we just have to watch an old movie or we just have to pay we just have to pay the admission instead.
No, you can literally the IMAX. You can go there. You can rent it out for events. You can have the whole space to yourself. Absolutely.
But I mean, I wonder how much they will charge us for rent.
That'd be sick. Yo,
probably not as much as you might think.
We got our foot in the door. They know us. They know us.
Watch Dogs says more scary movies. I guess.
No.
That was really fun too. I forgot about that. That was really
Watch Dogs. What the fuck, man?
Fuck me clean up.
Have you been thinking about them?
We went the whole podcast without mentioning that, and Watch Dogs got to bring that.
Have you been thinking about them?
Hell yes, I've been. So legit. So I lived in an Airbnb, and I lived in old ass Airbnb, like a crickety old ass Airbnb.
I don't know why you even did that.
And the house was old and crickety, and it was just making weird noise. Like when the heat would turn on, it would. Oh, bro, I couldn't. Bro, fuck that shit. I left my lights on every single. I guarantee that hostess probably hates me. I left all the lights on every single fucking night.
Yeah.
He said The dude was here 3 days. Like, sky high.
Stay in 1,100 square foot house.
Yeah.
All lights are on.
Hey man,
Bro, fuck that.
It did have a nice back porch though.
Yeah.
you know, it's just like that's how great cinema is. Even a 2-minute little thing can be like a compelling.
Is that a great cinema? Because that fucks you up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if it, you know,
It's art. It's art, baby.
It left, it left scars.
Yeah. Dude.
Those cars.
Nisa caught me at just the, oh my God, the fucking worst moment. It was terrible.
Oh, what'd she do?
Like, I forget exactly when it was in the movie, but it was the creepy dude in the box. And like, I feel like he was out of the box at this time, and suspense was just growing and growing, and the music was at the right moment, and Nisa was just like, I was like, fuck. Yeah, no, scared the shit out of me.
That's hilarious. Managed to miss that one.
Also, one more thing I got to mention before about Normiecon.
Funny,
Chris won again.
The race.
He won the race.
yeah.
I don't know how he does
In
it.
this race,
because
alright? I didn't race. I want to race next time.
I don't know if he does it anymore, but he's rode a fixie bike for like 10 plus
But
years.
I mean, look, Chris is a big man, and he's fat, and he's faster than the other smaller
Have
people.
you seen his calves? He's ingenium.
And he's been running recently too. Like
Chris
No, he's always but he's always been this fast. Like I'm surprised at the people that he beats, because like he doesn't beat scrubs. He's beating like good people, and I'm like, God damn.
I raced Chris one time, but I was out of shape and I cramped up immediately at the start. I want to race Chris again because I feel like I got him. I think I might be the most athletic normie. I'm saying it.
Nobody's
now.
got Thomas. Thomas is going to outrun all of us
I don't know
until
if
the end
Thomas
of
is
time.
fast. Thomas,
I think Thomas is a long distance
cross country.
runner.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
All
think Thomas is a sprinter, because Chris is a sprinter, bro.
All right,
You know,
fair enough.
I would compete, but I don't want to throw off the curve
Yeah. Thank you, Mickey,
I'll race.
saving us all from
I'm
ourselves.
in the race next year.
in either direction. You know.
Yes, of
Follow
course.
my journey.
It's very kind of you. Yeah, I'm shit at running. I used to run distance, but I could not run in terms of like a sprint or something like that. I used to run like 6-7 miles at a time, actually, back in the day. But I'm an old man now, and my knees don't have it anymore. So
funny story. Okay, so Damarin, I think it was the first time me and you went for a bike ride.
Oh yeah, and I took your ass on like a serious bike ride.
It was in downtown.
I didn't realize.
This is when Damarin is we're just sort of just starting to hang out. So we're like, I'm down for a bike ride, because I was like really into biking at this point. I thought we were just kind of doing a casual bike, and I think we went for like 11 miles or something.
It was something like that. It was something like that. It's just like I'm so used to biking with Chris. You know, it's like moving into the city and living near
I was
Chris.
struggling, bro. I was
And anytime Chris is like, "Do you want to go somewhere?" It's like we're biking there, and it's gonna take a while. But I felt so bad because I was like, "Oh damn, I threw this kid right under the bus." Like I had no idea that he hadn't like biked like this in a while. I just thought this was like normal. It's like, but at the same time, I'd also just like literally not had a car and biked everywhere for about 5 years, probably something like that.
I've lost my stamina now, but there was
it's
like
gone.
I got there for a little bit because I was biking. Man,
Yeah, you did well.
I miss living in downtown so much, dude. The funnest day, me and a few friends, we not in one shot, but throughout the day, I think we did like a total of like 44 miles.
Shit!
Just like
That's impressive.
That's not as much as that's not as
No.
much as it's.
Bro, that's from here to Purdue.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not quite.
No,
Not quite.
No, it's not. It's but like on a bike, because like there's also because I'm not on a fixie, so I do coast. So you're not like
Right.
That's not 44 miles of like
Right.
full exercise for me, but like it was fun because we would like go on the Monon, stop, grab a beer. That was a fun day. That was a great day.
I mean, dude, if you bike up to Carmel from downtown Indianapolis, like proper, downtown Carmel and back, that's 20 plus miles right there.
Yeah.
So it's really not that difficult to do.
You can clock, because I was surprised because we did the calculations at the end of the day, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, it really
adds up. 7 miles to go by real quick.
Bro, man, you probably burned hell of calories that day.
Oh yeah, that was a great day.
Cycling is great. It's great for you.
All right, one more question for Normiecon. All right, it's not really a question because I want to wrap it up. Normiecon again. We'll try to create more FOMO for next year.
Yeah.
All right. So, one word or 2 words. I'll give you 2 words to wrap up the weekend.
Engaging.
trying to think of a good word instead of just like fun.
That's what I'm trying to move. That's why I'm glad you guys go around to what we're thinking.
Ooh, Sunshine says nonstop.
That's a good one.
I like that one. That's a
That's a good one.
All right, I'll pivot off of that. Continuous.
Continuous.
Say positive energy.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's not. Vibes.
I'm gonna say.
Vibes.
You said.
Vibes.
Can I go with 3? Everybody
You go
loves
with 3.
I'm gonna go with fulfilling,
Okay. Ooh, I like that.
fun, exhausting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody can empathize, especially the people who traveled to Normiecon.
Yeah.
Love getting together. Love seeing everybody. It is an almost, it's like a tidal wave of enthusiasm, all of us getting together. And so then after that, it all just kind of cools out.
Yeah, low-key, I was talking to Siege and Puppy about this, that it feels like after a festival, that depression that you get after a festival, it feels like that.
Yeah, it's like a come down, right?
Yeah, it's like I was like, man, I didn't even do drugs, and I felt like I just came back from a festival, man.
It's a social high for like literally like 3 or more days, and then you come back to being like you're in your normal life, like doing like your day.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, why can't be Normiecon every day?
It's not as it's not as exciting. It doesn't as engage your brain, you know, as like immediately. So yeah, no, it was, and I mean that's what I mean, but I mean it in a good way. It's like time well spent, I guess, is way of elaborating on exhausted. Time well spent.
Memories.
Yeah,
Memories,
exactly.
connections.
Yeah.
Time well spent.
Exactly.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Be there next time, or
Yeah.
or be a parallelogram.
Hey.
You know.
Rhombus.
And hopefully, Chris will be here next week.
Be a
That's right.
guys, sir. Be a rhombus.
Chris is living his best life as Rick Ross.
I saw that.
Actually, God, I know we can't talk about anything, but I am very excited for next year.
Yeah, Mickey over here is really trying so hard, and I'm
trying
surprised if we say any longer, he's gonna spill the beans.
I really would.
He's gonna spill the beans if we say any longer. So take us out.
Yeah, let's take us out. Let's take us
Later,
out.
Luna, what up?
Let's take us out.
All right, normies.
Bye.
All you normies who came to Normiecon.
Raining blind wave. Let's go. To blind wave.
Oh.
Talking Normies podcast.
Make sure they're off.